Are we live though?
We are live.
Are you sure?
We are.
Good.
We're professionals at this now.
Are we?
This is episode 11. If we're not, then we're bloody doing something wrong.
Episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like been a while though, hasn't it though? Paddy?
Well, it has been for us.
It has.
Not for the lovely listeners and viewers.
No, it's only been a week, but
It's
for us
only
it's
a
been
week.
what? 2 weeks?
Yeah, just over, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Life has got in the way of our...
You mean illness has got in the way of you?
Yeah. Illness got very much in the way of me. Yeah, that was not fun. Yeah, no, I don't want to relive that. I won't gross out the viewers on that one.
Of
the
course
listeners.
I mean, standard for this time of year for things to go round and everything. So
yeah, but it was not a nice bug. That's for sure. That is for sure. But anyway, how you been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly had my eye sliced open by a doctor, so that was fun.
Yes. But then it didn't have to happen, so
Yeah.
it was all good.
No, it was all good.
Would you like to explain it to the lovely listeners?
Yeah, so I went for my usual checkup at the Specsavers, and
Other opticians are available.
other opticians are available. And yeah, they were having a look at my thing, and then they said, "Oh, it looks like there's a blood vessel too close to the surface of your eye, so we're going to refer you to the NHS to have a look at."
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the person referred to by with the NHS kind of thing.
Yep.
So he takes me and he has a look at my eye and everything, and he like puts my eye through like 3 different camera machine thingamajigs.
Yeah.
You know the machines where it's like where they make you look at the balloon at the end of the road.
I haven't used one of them in years.
It was one of those kind of things, but
Yeah.
there wasn't the balloon thing. It was just like this green cross, and it was like, look at the cross, look at the cross, look at the cross.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. And so he had about 3 different machines look at my eye, and then he went, yeah, so there's no cyst on your eye whatsoever. And I kind of gave him a weird look, and he gave me a weird look, and he was like, why are you giving me that weird look? And I was like, cyst on my eye? And he's like, yeah, they noticed a cyst on your eye, but then I looked at your right eye, and you've got the same lump on your right eye, so it's just a feature of your eye. Don't worry, cysts are, it's absolutely fine. And I was still giving him a weird look, and he was like, what? And I was like, she didn't say anything about cysts, she said something about blood vessels. And he went, 1 second, and went on to me. Oh yeah. Fuck's sake. She had made a note about a cyst.
Yeah.
But she'd also made this note about the blood vessel, and he'd read the top bit.
Oh, he didn't.
And
He
then-
didn't read the full.
Didn't read the full referral. No.
What a wally.
So he went and took me through about 2 other machines.
Oh,
One of them actually took like a 3D picture of my eye, which was pretty cool.
that is pretty cool.
And he was showing me, and he said, yeah, so you've got a blood vessel growing into your iris. He said, however, that's not a problem.
Right.
You shouldn't have a blood vessel in your iris. However, the blood vessels can grow into your iris.
Okay.
The only problem is when they start like growing too big.
Yes.
And so he just basically, pun intended,
Oh, here we go.
told me to keep an eye on my eye. And, if there's any sort of feeling of pressure or pain, to sort
She
of...
was the one who got my drink before me.
Oh, the bitch.
What a bitch. I just had to wait 10 minutes for a Fanta at McDonald's. I'm not impressed.
I mean, Fanta in McDonald's straight after a film, what do you expect when it's the McDonald's right next to the cinema?
Yeah, but she got her drink before mine. She
Yes.
only got a drink.
But are you going to admit to the viewers what happened?
There was a lot of technical issues in McDonald's. I didn't get a receipt because it didn't print.
Uh-huh.
I missed the number, so I didn't know what number it was.
That sounds like a you problem.
That was a me problem. But then the man behind the counter lost my ticket and thought he'd already given out the drink.
Shambles. Complete and utter shambles.
Utter shambles.
So he was like, yeah, just keep an eye on it. And I was like, okay, will do. And so, yeah, that was my exciting week.
Fair enough.
What about you? How's it all going?
Yeah, same old, same old. I obviously had my sickness bug.
Mm-hmm.
I had a new tap installed, which then also led to a leak.
Okay.
So I've now got a lovely wet patch over my, because obviously it was in my ensuite, which is obviously over my front door.
Yep.
So in the ceiling there is a lovely damp patch.
Lovely.
With a pencil circle around it to make sure it doesn't get any bigger. However, we think the plumber discovered what the leak was and changed
The
the tap. Well, no, it wasn't. It was part of the pipe work, and it was the valve.
Right, okay.
So I've got a new valve on that. So he's changed that. Shout out to Liam, big man. So he fixed all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I haven't told you I had another problem with my back.
Right. Okay.
I've now, through referral from Patricia,
Mm-hmm.
turns out his next door neighbour does massage.
Ah, right. Okay.
So, but she's kind of like a bit more spiritual massage.
Right. Okay.
And the auras and everything.
And
However,
the chakras.
and I don't disbelieve it. I'm very open to all that kind of thing.
Mhm.
I can be. There was obviously a few odd bits when she was kind of like when she it's quite funny. She was like massaging and then going like up my neck and then going out like that, like with a flourish, and I was obviously expelling the bad thing.
Yes.
But it was quite good, and she was actually very good, and it was very nice to have somebody that actually.
Did she charge for the happy ending?
There was no happy ending. But it was very nice to actually see somebody that, as opposed to, yeah, okay, we'll see you in 6 weeks' time for another one. It was very much, no, so it could be this and it could be that, so I want you to do this while you're off, and you know, and so it was nice to have that.
Do you know what I've just realised?
What?
I've not taken my key rings off my keys.
No, I can hear them jingling as well.
Yes. I'll be interested to see if they appear on the recording.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I did forget today.
Well, if you can hear a jingling, it's Ben's keys.
It's my
of Ben's many key rings.
Hey! I've got just about enough. I think.
It's the reason why I don't buy you key rings.
No, I don't. I when people are like, oh, what can I get you? You know, I'm going on holiday. What can I get you? Fridge magnet. Do not get me a fucking key ring.
I don't need any more.
I don't need any more.
There is enough.
I've got my bottle opener and my 2 nerdy things. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
3 is enough.
Considering there's 1 key.
4 keys.
Oh, wow. Does that include the car key?
Car key, front door, side door, back door.
Fair play. Didn't realise.
Thank you very much.
Didn't realise it was a key to your back door.
Way!
You can't even argue with it.
Some people would say there's a bit of a loose lock.
Oh God, we're going to hell. Right.
Yeah, I am. Well done.
Okay, that was funny. I needed that.
Did you?
Yeah, that was I did a good laugh like that. Oh, bloody hell.
The problem is my knee keeps hitting it.
Yeah.
I'm too tall.
Too tall. You've got such a big car and you're still too long for it.
Yep, that's me. I mean, I don't know if the viewers can see, but it's like there's that much space between me and the ceiling.
It's because we slouch.
I don't know about slouch. Slouch?
I
don't slouch.
I slouch.
Rude.
I have very bad posture.
You do have very bad posture. Hence why you need to go to a holistic massage person.
Hmm?
I'm so proud of myself for using the word holistic and then ruined it with person.
But to be fair, she would probably, even though she is a she, but a person is probably more the corrective pronoun. Like people whole cover.
Mm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes. I see what you mean.
Not that I know she's like that. But anyway, she's lovely and she's helped, and I'm seeing again soon.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using my back stretcher that I bought for you for Christmas last year?
We have had this discussion, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do use it. However, it's designed for lower back. So when I have upper back issues, it's when I got a lower back pain, use it, cracked, sorted. However,
So I need to buy an upper back one.
We're just like, yeah, but then I'm gonna need like one for my neck and one for my leg and everything else. Basically, it's gonna need like a full body one. I just need a rack, mate, just to, you know.
Yeah.
But it'll be alright. You're not buying me a rack, and don't like with like next birthday and next Christmas and things. Don't be buying me one for each one. It's fine. I'm gonna keep on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is what you got me this year, isn't it?
Nope. I'm not saying anything.
Really.
Anyway, so as you complained about McDonald's being busy,
yes,
we have just been to the cinema.
We have indeed.
And what did we see, Paddy?
We saw Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
Now, I'm going to correct you here, because you corrected me the other day when I said The Barbarian. You're like, no, it's just Barbarian.
Okay, it's Avatar, The Way of Water.
Thank you.
It is Avatar 2.
It's Avatar 2. I'm going to let you go out first because this is going to be overwhelmingly positive. So, go on, off you go.
Right. We all know that the storylines for this movie and the first one are not strong.
No.
They're not designed to be strong storylines. They're designed for visual purpose.
Yes.
Visually, this movie is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's absolutely stunning. The CGI, everything. The cinematography is fantastic. That first opening sequence is when you see Natiri in the jungle, when you see her on the close-up, and the quality, you would have thought she was real. It was phenomenal.
All right, put your heart on away.
Okay. But yes, the story is lacking. It's obviously the first one was very much like deforestation, and that was like the underlying theme, with obviously the Pocahontas theme going through.
Yes. Blue Pocahontas.
Blue Pocahontas mixed in with deforestation. Yeah. And palm oil and all that. This one is obviously more about whaling, which James Cameron has admitted is a big thing for the movie, and he went to like whaling sanctuaries and things like that.
Yep.
I think it's a very poignant film. It did make us realise. Oh, it's made me realise how much of an effect that. Because I mean, that's the whole storyline, is that the humans are going and attacking the Na'vi, and it's very much like what we're doing to Mother Nature on our planet, X, Y, and Z. Very,
yes,
that kind of thing. Yes, the story is lacking. Is the movie fantastic? No, it's not fantastic. It's a good film. It is a good film. But if I had
warned me before you say things like that.
It is a good film. But if I had to sit through another 3-hour movie, what would I rather watch? Avengers Endgame or Avatar 2? Avengers Endgame. Because it was more of a story, and not that I felt bored. Don't get me wrong, the movie's like 3 hours and 10 minutes. It didn't feel like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
No.
It didn't feel longer than that. It wasn't one of those ones where I was sitting there going, okay, right, next scene please, next scene please, next scene please, let's speed it up. I was engaged for the whole film. Apart from that little kid that wouldn't shut the fuck up.
The little kid that was like explaining the story.
Like, Mum, that's Sigourney Weaver. And I was just like, yes, kids, we know.
But his mum might not.
Shut the fuck up.
His mum might not have watched the first one, and so he's having to.
Well, I have a full particular reason that his mum does know, is because they probably watched it 100 times, and that's why they're watching the new one in the cinema, because the kid probably loves the first one.
Possibly.
But anyway, it's a good film. Visually, amazing. Will it hold up at home? Possibly not. Like we said the other day, with like distractions, like TikTok and all that kind of thing, when you're sitting at home, can I see somebody sitting at home, maybe first time, sitting there and not being distracted for the whole 3 hours and 10 minutes? Unlikely. But that's where I think the cinema thing helps. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. But it's not. It is lacking on story. But overall, I think it's still an enjoyable film. Definitely go watch it in the cinema, because you won't get that experience watching it at home on your, even if you have got a huge TV, it still won't be that same experience. But very good film. Benjamin's thoughts.
I hated it.
Go
on. I don't think the story was that bad. Everyone's saying poor story, poor story,
yeah,
poor story.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I would rephrase that. Wasn't a poor story. There was just too many storylines.
Well, yeah, it's obviously trying to. It's that classic middle movie thing, isn't it? Where it's trying to set up, because there's another 3 movies to go.
But then again, if it's taken him 10 years to make the first sequel,
Yeah, but
he'll be dead before the next one's out.
Well, they've already finished filming a third.
Oh, right, okay.
So it should only be a couple of years.
Does it deserve a third, though? No. Anyway, yeah.
But it will.
Too many storylines. There was a moment where like they set up a... how to say it without spoilers, but it's like they set up a storyline and then cut to another storyline for a good half hour, and I sort of was taken out of the moment, sort of going, well, hang on a minute, when are we getting back to the bit?
I know what bit you're talking about. I think what we were talking about in spoilers in the walkway.
Yeah.
I thought exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't very coherent. It was very choppy.
It was very choppy. It was too many storylines to try and fit into it, even for a 3-hour long film.
Yeah.
Too many storylines.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me. The visuals were good, yes.
Oh, here we go.
However, technology is that good nowadays that give an IMAX camera to David Attenborough and he could do just as good for BBC Planet.
Yeah, but they film real things.
Yes. But this is the thing, because Avatar, the first Avatar, was all about let's show off what technology we've got at the moment. Let's push the film technology as far as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas I was sitting in this one going, well, yes, the visuals are stunning and everything, but where's the push? Where is the... Here is... Maybe there is a behind-the-scenes featurette on YouTube or something that I can find, and then be like, right, here's all the new technology that we pushed and everything. But there was just...
I think there is... I think you can see the development.
You can see the improvement, yes, but...
Yeah. But like, I mean, you look at, like the hair, for example. Like, the fact that...
I remembered what I was going to say to you pre the film.
I know what you're going to say, because I know what you're going to say. But obviously in this one, because it's been the time jump, it's the same time jump, it's 10 years has been since like the first movie from what we've seen and all that kind of thing. And obviously they've got different hair now.
Yeah.
But so obviously Jake Sully's got his dreads.
Yep.
But you can see the individual strands of hair that are coming through and things like that. And yes, don't get me wrong, you can get that in video games and everything else and all that. But to put that in a movie and have it there constantly, as opposed to like if it's a further shot away.
I see where you come from. However, I just, for me, it's still, if you're going to make a film that's purely about visuals and it's not groundbreaking technology anymore, it's just the technology.
Yeah.
It's lost on me. And I'm saying that as it's lost on me.
Yeah, I guess. I do get what you mean, but obviously, like the first Avatar was the one that brought that level of technology up.
Yeah.
But we have seen, even in recent movies, that some people are still not pushing that level of that up. And I know that, and don't get me wrong, and I don't want to say that people's work is bad, because I could never do that.
No.
I could never do that work. But obviously, with the industry, the VFX industry, because I watched like Corridor Crew. Do you watch Corridor Crew on YouTube?
They do like the VFX. I've watched the odd one or two. But I'm not a follower of them.
I subscribe, and I think they're brilliant, and they're very, very interesting things to watch and everything. And they do talk about it, and they interview. They've had some of the guys that does like the Marvel movies and things like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, everybody is really stretched thin throughout the whole industry.
Yeah.
You know, and it is a big thing now, but it just proves that actually, and this is what they're talking about with the new Marvel movies going forward, that actually they're going to go back to concentrating on quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And making sure that everything is perfect. You think, yeah, okay, it's been 10 years since the first one, but, excuse me, the technology has gotten better, and he won't. I mean, my mind is boggled if that was like the first one, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. If they had released the first one now with the technology they had now, it would be outstanding.
Yeah.
Because even like the water VFX and things like that, it's still really hard to do decent water VFX and smoke and fire and everything. I think they've done a really, really good job. and they have shown the quality of things of what they. I mean, for example, think of when we were watching Black Adam the other month, and they've got the bit where he's speeding in the sky, and they tried to make him look like he's going really quick.
Yeah.
And they've semi-stretched him, and he just looks really weird.
Yeah.
Because they haven't polished the VFX on it. And I think that's what they're trying to show, is that actually you shouldn't just because it's a big blockbuster movie, shouldn't mean that you shouldn't be putting 110% into it.
Yeah, 100%. Can you remember when we were younger, when people used to ask me for my film reviews, I referred to what I called the Coke test. I feel like I'm going to start bringing that back into these film reviews.
Oh, right. Were you going to go pee?
I could have.
I didn't. But then I dehydrated to make sure I could.
Yeah. I dehydrated, and we were like right slap bang in the middle of the row,
right at the
people
back.
Everywhere.
It was,
and I was like, I can't be bothered. But
it was so busy, and it's been out like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. But for the viewers and listeners at home, when I was younger, I used to have what I called the Coke test. Basically, I would take a big drink of Coke into this film with me. If I had to go for a pee halfway through the film, it was a bad film.
No. If he went, if he was like,
that was like 0 out of 5.
Yeah.
If I went for a pee, it was a 0 out of 5. If I thought about if I needed to pee, but it held my attention, that was about a 4 out of 5. If I didn't think of peeing at all, it was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And sort of, if I thought about peeing but thought, I can hold it, that was sort of your 2 to 3 out of 5.
Yeah, your middle ground. Yeah.
And this one was a very much, I thought I could hold it. I was like, I could go pee, but I can hold it.
Yeah.
So it was a 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5 for me.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not. I'd easily say like 3 to 4, but but that's because we've had this discussion before. I'm a very visual.
Yes.
I like all those visual bits.
Yes. Whereas I'm very story.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. Flashy red lights. Am I allowed to carry on, or is the road going to be closed?
I don't know. That looks alright.
No, they're in the lay-by.
Pulled over.
Oh, Coast Guard.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Somebody's jumped, didn't they?
Oh, Paddy, why did you just say that on recording?
Sorry, guys, we've just driven under the Orwell Bridge.
Happy times, Paddy. Happy times. I've got something I want to complain about.
I see fishermen.
Maybe I've got something I want to complain about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TikTok.
How dare you?
Go on then. So, I have discovered how much I hate people, maybe not self-diagnosing, but giving out their opinions on symptoms of things. Case in point, have you come across those videos of, if you do this, you've probably got ADHD?
Oh, yeah.
Those kind of videos. Because we all sit there and go, that's me. It's the modern day fucking horoscope. If you do this. And the reason this really irked me was I came across one the other day, which I nearly shared with you, but then I was like, no, this angers me. So I'm not going to, because I want to talk about it.
Okay.
It was if you do this, you probably have ADHD without knowing.
Right.
Guess what the first symptom was?
Hyperactivity or what?
Go on. If you have an overdependency on caffeine, you probably have ADHD.
Fuck you, I'm tired.
Bitch, that's 90% of everyone over 24.
21.
21. And it's just like, are you really? That's just being an adult. I know I'm a special snowflake because I don't drink coffee and everything, but that's still, it boggles you. It boggles people at work. I know I'm the outlier there. But just everyone drinks coffee. Everyone needs coffee to function. So it's like, oh, if you are over-reliant on coffee, you probably got ADHD. No, it's just being an adult.
Yeah.
And it's now gotten to the point where I'm getting annoyed by the videos of, if you do this, you probably got this. If you do this, you probably do this. Unless they are a registered doctor, I do not want to hear from them. For all I care, go piss in the paddling pool and splash about in it.
Yeah.
You know, unless you are a registered doctor. Because I have seen a couple where it's like, I'm a registered doctor.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I shall listen.
Yeah.
Still not me, I don't have ADHD. Score. You know. And it just, I don't want to be angry and start attacking people, but I feel like Yeah, it's the modern day horoscope. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I and as much as I enjoy TikTok,
Oh yeah, I can still sink a good 6 hours on binge on it all in a day and not worry about it. Easily.
But you know you can do the not interested thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't want to tell TikTok anything. I want it to fucking guess.
Because lately I saw one thing. Did you start getting the all the people with those massive bags of sweets adverts going, "Oh, buy this on TikTok Shop" and stuff like that?
Nope.
I get so much advertisement from TikTok Shop at the moment. It's really bugging me.
Yeah.
So
no. Circling back to horoscopes, TikTok's ruined horoscopes for me. Not that I ever believed in horoscopes.
okay.
Have you noticed now that you don't just have your single horoscope?
What do you mean?
So
it's because they've added a new thing, haven't they?
You've now got your card. I can't remember, but I try not to watch it because it angers me. But now you've got your rising sign and your normal sign and your rising sign, and then there's a third sign now. It's like, okay.
I thought that was always like that.
It probably was, but it's just like, you know how the whole point of horoscopes is it's so generic it can apply to everyone. Well, you covered, of the 12 options, you now have 3 offered to you. It's like, you can just... Yeah. It angers me. It's like, what happened? I was a Cancer, that's all I needed to know. Now I'm a Cancer with Aquarius rising and something else. And plus, with all that bullshit built into it, when it goes, oh, if you're a Cancer, this video's for you. Well, does that mean normal Cancer? Is that Cancer rising? Does this video apply to me or does it not?
The only ones
bullshit.
I like that have something to do with horoscopes is when they take a movie like Lord of the Rings and then assign the character to your thing.
Yeah.
Because I normally get a good one because I'm a Leo. So I'm just like, yeah.
Whereas I normally get a shitty one because I'm a Cancer. I mean, I know I'm a difficult person and I'm a burden on my parents, but they don't need to name my zodiac after me. God damn it. But yeah, so TikTok's angered me recently.
That's fair.
And it's just, I don't know, because but then again, I'm not getting all these apparent advertisements that you are.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Because when I first started on TikTok, all I used to get was funny things, and now I'm getting.
No, let's rewind that back. Funny things and tits. Come on.
Okay, funny things and thirst traps, and now I get funny things, thirst traps, and then TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
I'm really liking all the leak guys and the pool cleaning. The
the satisfying.
Holly a boy for the pool work and things like that. That guy and all them. There's a leak detective who's a plumber who finds all the leak pipes and all these kind of things. They're quite cool. Takes me back to my days of painting and decorating and plastering and watching people paint and things like that. It's quite interesting to see where things have gone now. I'm not in there. But it's amazing how many hours you can waste.
Oh yeah. But it's simple dopamine effects, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I just stop talking about horoscopes. I don't know. The more that I watch them, TikTok is then going to give me more.
Yeah.
And it just gets me angry.
So you're not getting dopamine anymore.
No.
Fucking angry.
Angry. Laying there, I'll just have a scroll through TikTok before bed, and then it's just making me angry. It's just utter nonsense.
Yeah, it's like rubbish.
But it was the moment, I decided to one day do a dive on TikTok and do a dive into palmistry. And the reason I did this was because, did I ever tell you about the bouncer at the nightclub I worked at in Lincoln?
No.
Oh, she I don't know if someone else saw to her, but she was like, oh, I can read your palms and tell you everything about you. And skeptical me.
Yeah.
I was like, prove it.
Yeah.
Held out my palm to her, and she went, no, flip them. I was like, what? And she went, I want to see the back of your hands. Okay. I turned my hands over, and she just went, you do an art at university. And I was like, fuck, I do. I do drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who the fuck has told? Just literally looked at my the back of my hands and just did that. And then she just went round and started telling everyone about everything themselves. And it was just kind of oh my god, maybe there is something about it. So I did a dive into the palmistry TikTok, and within 2 videos,
Oh.
I realised it was bullshit. Because the first video, it talked about the lines here in the fleshy bit between your thumb and your pointer finger.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, those lines, however many you have, is how many soulmates you'll have in your life. And I looked and I was like, okay, 3, cool, 3, sweet. The very next video, oh, those lines between your thumb and your pointy finger, that's how many kids you'll have. And I was like, hang on, I thought that was my soulmates. It can't be both. Especially since I'm gay and I'm not going to have kids. So...
Well, yeah, there is that.
3 soulmates I can understand, but 3 kids, something's going wrong here. So within 2 videos, I was like, yeah, this is all bullshit. So yeah, TikTok's not giving me the dopamines; it's giving me the angers.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. You're not using it correctly, Ben.
I'm not using the app correctly.
It's not the point. Go back to watching the man chop wood.
Oh.
Did you know there's a woman that does it now?
Oh, is there a woman that does it now? That's cheating. She's just jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but it funny gives me something to watch.
The amount of thirst traps you have.
Oh, it's disgusting. I can't watch I can't be on TikTok in public anymore.
No,
you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but then you're just as bad on Twitter. I can't.
Hey, I stopped liking things on Twitter for you.
Thank you. I'll scroll through. I'll have like 5 seconds quiet where I can. Oh, I'll just scroll through Twitter.
They're like,
whoa,
boobies.
Paddy's liked.
Boobies.
The best bit is I'm like dobbing you into your mum right now.
Yeah, I know. She
gonna
needs
get
to watch it her own.
You're gonna get a strongly worded message from your mother. I hope you're not degrading those women. No, Mum, just paying for them.
No, it's TikTok. They're free.
That's the point.
That's why the dopamine is so high.
But yeah, thank you for stopping liking the titties on Twitter.
Yeah,
I nearly had to unfollow you. I was like,
oh, I should start liking them again.
I'll let you know when I've unfollowed you. Jesus, Paddy. Is it that desperate?
Likes help.
Yeah, they do.
Just like that, everybody's liked.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you like the video. See? Proof it. Proof in the pudding.
Well,
likes help.
Paddy, to get us back to your house, do you want to reach into the glove compartment and pull out a topic?
Oh,
From
right.
the glove compartment of topics?
Okay.
Because we haven't done this in a while.
I know. We did it for like one episode.
One episode, and
that was it. Right. Good lord. Right. Ooh.
Come on, they're all different, so you don't have to like mix
I
them.
know. Right, I was just luck of the drawer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you read it by the light? Go on then, what was it?
Stress.
Stress.
A prime example of it.
Can I refer you back to this whole episode where I ranted about TikTok?
Now, if you're into palmistry, somebody would have said that was fake.
Yeah. If you're a Cancer, you're going to complain about stress tonight, and it's going to get you all wound up.
I'd love to know what the horoscope is for today. Oh,
Go on then, Paddy. Stress.
Stress. Oh, I've had some high level stress in my time.
Of course you have.
Mainly through work.
Yeah.
Working in hospitality is not a fun job to have.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it is a fun job. There's no other job like it. Even when I left hospitality, I couldn't not. There was even then I did a couple of nights at the nightclub and things like that.
Yeah, I remember very much.
So it is very much.
But you're a glutton for punishment because you'll you know, as you said, you get bored, you want to go back to it, and then like literally you've done 2 shifts and you're like, I hate it.
Yeah. But the problem is, there's nothing else like it. It was
No.
like when I left, and then I got that job in retail.
Yes.
As much as I really enjoyed that job, they were like, cool, that was busy, and I was like, was it? It's just like I'm used to having 400 people shouting at me from a bar trying to get served. It's nothing, you know. It was. They were like, yeah, you're gonna work full-time hours, 37 and a half hours a week. And I was like, that is not even half what I used to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like work. I think everybody, especially like these days, work is stressful for everybody, no matter what job you have.
Yes, but there are certain jobs that are way more stressful than others.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I always thought, like, I mean, if I was clever enough, I'd like to think I could probably be like a doctor, because I think I can handle the stress of it.
Yeah.
And things like that. But, I mean, the way that some people deal with it, and, like, have the way they get, like, treated from it, it's just, like, no need. I know everybody's under stress and under pressure.
Yeah.
But then, like, some people just react appallingly.
Yeah.
To it.
Talking from experience there, aren't you, pal?
Yeah.
Too right.
Yeah. There is a door out there that didn't survive.
Yeah, see, I have noticed since leaving hospitality, my stress has gone like right down. I was a very stressy person.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I can control my stress better now. Mine seems to be very sort of a quick flare, and then it's done. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, my stress levels are, compared to what I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
My stress is minimal.
Yes,
it is minimal. I've mellowed in my old age.
Yeah, I'm mellowed. You're just more tired now. You just can't be bothered.
Far more tired. But then I'm just like, I think I've finally got into that mindset of, if it happened, it happened. There's nothing that can be done about it. It's happened now. We just need to like move on, and if something happens at work, like I had to cover at not cover. I had to go in and help for a couple of hours at the other restaurant yesterday. Yeah. And then like one of the desserts was like made really poorly. And it got like sent back, and then so they had something else. And everybody was going, oh, I can't believe it did it. And I was just like, right, well, I was like, guys, let's, 2 seconds. Let's just see if that dessert is one-off. Or, if they're all like that, let's resolve the issue now. Let's not stress about it and get it done. I have finally become the voice of reason then.
Yeah, you have become the voice of reason, but it's ironic that the amount of times that I had to say those kind of things to you, and you just wouldn't listen to me.
No, because at that time, it was like so stressed and everything else. It was heat of the moment. Remember those times that you used to call me stressed out and annoyed and upset from university?
Yes.
Yeah, and I used to say the same thing. We did. And I think it's always different when it's like you and the stress is on you.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is trying to be that voice of reason.
Yeah, because in your mind, the little voice just goes, but you don't understand. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. You're not my real dad.
You're not my puppy.
Yeah, no, I remember a time when I was working for the Purple Hotel, and it was like literally brand new hotel, new opening, so all the staff was new, even I was new.
Yep.
But of course, the Purple Hotel does buffet breakfast. And I remember one day the buffet breakfast was supposed to stop at 10:30 or whatever time it's supposed to stop at.
Yeah.
And some guests, annoyingly, came down at like 10:28 a.m. And because I was the shift leader, the staff just came running up to me going, they come down at 10:28, what do we do? And I just looked at them and went, serve them.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I know it's a dick move that they've come down 2 minutes before closing.
Yep.
But they're here.
They're entitled.
They are entitled. Unfortunately, if only they'd come down 2 minutes later, I could have flipped the sign over and been like, sorry.
Too late.
Yeah. But no, unfortunately, they got down before 10:30. You're going to have to serve them. And of course everyone was grumbling and everything. It's just, what can you do about it?
Yeah. But in that time, before that time, you had already worked in hospitality.
Yes, I had.
For other people, that might have been their first ever job in hospitality.
And
a lot of them were.
Yeah.
So I think you always notice these things, like when people are like new to the industry as well. Like how this has gone from stress to just bitching about hospitality.
The funny thing is, in that Glove Compartment of Topics, there is one about hospitality,
So we'll just have to find that and take that out because you've done it, basically.
No, because we've got plenty of stories. There's one in there about Karens.
Oh.
Me and you have got hundreds of stories about Karens, but we're not going to talk about them today because we're talking about stress.
Yes. They are stressful.
They are very stressful, Karens are. And Steve's. Hate Steve.
Oh no, they keeps me.
Oh, the Keiths are they?
Yeah, the Keiths.
Sorry, I didn't know the reference.
Karens and Keiths.
Karens and Keiths. Yeah, it's just stress is fun. I still get a bit of road rage, which we've already covered before, and just it's just.
I think it also depends on what's, because like we've had this at like the restaurant before. Like people will come in, and if they're in a bad mood or they're stressed about something, and then they're going to be more critical about everything and not necessarily enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Where if you come in, and we've had that before, where like it'll be like two tables next to each other, and they've been served almost within the same time. You know, waiting the same amount of time. But one will leave a 5-star review and one will leave a 1-star review.
Yeah.
And because that person was in a bad mood when they come in, therefore their whole night's been bad.
Yeah. No, I get that. For me, I've noticed that my stress generally comes from other people.
Yeah, people are
because I got a little bit stressy in like tonight when I was walking, quick toilet break before the film started, and walking back into the screen, and it was just people in front of me taking their time.
Yeah.
And do you know what the worst bit was? Is they were taking their time because they couldn't find the door for the screen. The screen that has 2 doors at either end of the corridor.
Yep.
Because it's the big screen in the cinema.
Yeah.
They were walking. I'd come out of the blokes' toilet, which is right next to door 1, and they walked all the way along the length of the corridor to door 2 by the ladies' toilets, and it was just like they proper shuffled.
Yeah.
Like, where do we go? Where do we go? Where's the door? And it was just like, Woosa, Woosa. Don't let these idiots tarnish your night. Because I'd have come up to sit in the seat grumpy, and that would have ruined my opinion of the film, which wasn't hard because I already didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
final thoughts.
Well, yeah, final thoughts. Let me prep these bits.
Yeah. Final thoughts.
Stress is bad.
Stress is bad, and if you really like cinematography, go watch Avatar: The Way of Water. If you're not too bothered about it and more concerned about story, give it a miss.
I think it's still a movie to watch. I think it's one of those ones you have to say, like, I've watched it once,
but never watch again.
Yeah,
I can get with that.
Yeah. Cool.
That's fair.
And on that note, we'll love you and leave you. Basically.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Leave a comment. Let us know. Have you seen Avatar?
What did you think?
What is your most stressful moment?
Yeah.
When have you been so stressed that you've taken a door off its hinges? Let us know.
What are your horoscopes and what are they telling you?
Yeah.
What are these 3?
Yeah, what are these lines? Oh, and thirst trap. TikTok. We don't like TikTok. Well, use it for... Don't use TikTok incorrectly.
Don't get angry at TikTok because it just leads to more anger.
It's not TikTok's fault. Right, on that note, we're definitely going. Right, see you later.